This title grab of Meghan and Harry for their kids, especially for Lili, is going to backfire, and it is backfiring already in many, many ways. Before we talk about this, I want to tell you a few more things, and I will mention to you how this is backfiring in a second. But remember, what is happening at this moment? The South Park skit, it exposed Meghan and Harry the way they never expected. The whole world laughed, and they thought, and they believe, a lot of them, that Meghan and Harry, they're now a laughing stock. In other words, this was a PR disaster for Meghan and Harry, what South Park did with the skit. Number 2, remember the memoir, The Todger, how he boasted about killing Taliban, Prince Harry? The memoir, it was mocked in such a way they never expected. Likewise, South Park skit. Everything is now a PR disaster. Then we have seen Meghan Markle disappeared. Yes, she was not seen anywhere for at least, I would say, 2 months. There was no clue where Meghan was. Therefore, people were asking, is she okay? Where is Meghan? Some reports suggested she was actually hiding herself under a tunnel or something. And the reason for that is, we understand, because she was ashamed. It was a complete disaster for the memoir of Prince Harry that Meghan would distance herself to the point where she was not seen anywhere. Now, number 4 point, more people like Chris Rock, South Park, they are now coming forward to mock Meghan and Harry, and everybody seems to be believing that that is the case, that Meghan and Harry, they are laughing stock, nothing but laughing stock. Everything they say, you can just brush it off, you can just laugh it off. I mean, you do not take this duplicitous duo seriously anymore whatsoever. So at the backdrop of all of this PR disaster, Meghan and Harry, this is what they have planned. But before I mention to you more, I want to tell you one more thing. Meghan Markle, we know, she met Gordon Getty. If you remember, she's visiting the millionaires, she was visiting the politicians, she was meeting with Gordon Getty, people like him. And the interesting thing about this whole meeting of Meghan doing so many PR and trying to get some connection, trying to get some link with higher position people, is because Meghan now believes that she must establish her own brand. And therefore, we have seen Meghan meeting these people, Gordon Getty, millionaires, other millionaires, and the politician without, now this is very, very important, without Harry. There was no Harry. He was actually hanging out with his friends. He was not with his wife. And this is not something you would expect from this lovey-dovey couple, right? He was, oh my God, they're in love. But we have seen them separated. So Meghan knows that this guy, Prince Harry, is no good anymore. So at the backdrop of all of this, Meghan and Harry, they had to do something to revive, to re-establish themselves in the eyes of this young demographic that they are deceiving. Quite honestly, they are deceiving. This demographic, this young generation, they believe in Meghan and Harry. Whatever they're doing, for whatever reason they believe Meghan and Harry. So what Meghan and Harry could do? Well, voila. Now you have this report, March the 3rd, last Friday, they did the christening of their daughter Lili, princess now called Princess Lilibet Diana. Why it is a title grab? Let me explain. This is a big disaster, and this is going to backfire, as I said in the beginning of this video. The reason for that is because Meghan and Harry, they wanted according to their spokesperson, and this came in the People magazine, they quoted this, their spokesperson, they mentioned, or he or she mentioned, that they invited the king, they invited Prince William, Catherine, and everybody, nice people, Meghan and Harry, very nice people. They care about the family, really. But they did not come, okay? They did not come. Now we know from sources, many sources, that they could not actually invite, knowing that these people, the king, Princess of Wales, Catherine, and William would come. That was not simply the case. Harry, especially for Harry, he knows that the diary for the British monarchy is being planned 6 months in advance. They planned, according to some report, they planned this christening of Lili late February. So that was like a month ago. At that time, they knew even if we invite them, they cannot come because we need to give them at least 6 months notice, especially now that the coronation is going to happen in the next couple of months. They knew that the king, they do not have time. Their schedule is full, but they dare to make mention that the king, the father of Prince Harry, his brother and sister-in-law did not come to their invitation. In other words, Harry and Meghan, they are now trying to portray the British monarchy as still a racist family. That look, they go to the christening of other kids in the family, but because my kids, they are from a black woman, a white woman, whatever you call it, about Meghan Markle's skin color, whatever you say, he used that as an excuse. He used that against the British monarchy one more time to tell us indirectly that they did not come to my daughter's christening. Is the reason for that is because my daughter is from Meghan Markle, a biracial woman, or racial, or doesn't matter, whatever. Therefore, we can easily say that Prince Harry, we know that this was a ploy. This was pre-planned by Meghan and Harry, that they will grab the title from the king, because remember, if the king did not give this title to Lilibet, princess, and prince to Archie, Meghan and Harry would have come out and say, look, we told you guys these people are racist, and look, they're not giving our kids the title they deserve. And we know this title, the ruling came in the year 1917 by King George V, I believe. So Meghan and Harry would be going back to the history book, and they will be questioning everything about the British monarchy. In addition to them being racist, they will say they don't even follow royal protocol themselves. They don't care about what their forefather wanted for the betterment of the family. They don't care about anybody. All they care about is skin color. They care about themselves. They care about money. And therefore, Meghan and Harry could have pulled at the heartstrings of many people if the title was not given to Lili and Archie. They would have done that. So in a way, they have blackmailed the king. I'm sure that Meghan and Harry, they talked to the king and they threatened him that if you don't give us the title, then we're going to go out. And we know King Charles, he is... Okay, some of you may disagree, but I do believe he is soft towards Harry. He is very soft, not just soft, very soft towards Harry, his own son. So he was like, yeah, I'm going to give it to you. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. But if it was Prince William, we would have seen a completely different story. Therefore, as we have mentioned in the past, that this is a blackmail. They snatched the title. According to some reports, however, these titles are just titles. By name, it is really not a royal title. For example, Michael Jackson, when he did the christening for his son, he kept the first name of his son, Prince. According to some people, some audience on the internet, they're saying that, look, this is exactly what is happening with Harry's daughter, that they are prince and princess by name. It is not a royal title. It has nothing to do. We therefore still have to wait. It is not end of the story that they are now prince and princess. We still have to wait to find out if the king did give this title. I have, however, looked up the website, the royal family website, and they have changed the title to Princess Lilibet Diana from Miss Lilibet Diana. So I can say that yes, right now, as we can see, that the title was given to them, whether the king liked it or not. They just took it from him. But again, you never know. In the coming days during the coronation, the king can always change that. If it is not officially being signed by him, I don't know all of the details, how they do all of these things. Giving title, I think it does come from the parliament, the approval of the UK parliament. But if the king wants to take it away, I think he can still do it. He still has the time up until the coronation happen. So we will have to find out more about this. But remember, guys, this snatching of the title grab, had to happen at the backdrop of all of this publicity that they were receiving, and that the brand is gone. Meghan and Harry cannot create a brand of their own because that is not something possible whatsoever. It is beyond any repairment. It is beyond any doubt that this duplicitous duo now have to rely 100%, 110, maybe 1000% on their own family in order to survive, in order to make a name, in order to make money. They still have to. They, for the rest of their life, as long as they're together, as I said, they are not sharing the same bed, even though they're living under the same roof. But as long as they're living under the same roof, they always will have to depend on their family, the royal family. Now they can also at the same time monetize these titles. Remember, they need money. At the end of the day, for Meghan, all she means is bucks, dollar, money. And nobody's giving them any more deal. Nobody is interested in them. So the title now has been given. They're using this title. Remember, the news was broken by them. They are controlling the narrative, not you and me, Meghan, Harry themselves. They're controlling the narrative. So now they're saying, okay, we have to leak the news, or we have to tell the media that, yeah, she is a princess now. So don't be naive. There is a trick. Okay, behind everything Meghan does, there is a motive. But for Meghan, the biggest motive is making money and becoming as rich as the Hollywood A-listers. Because for Meghan, this is a huge embarrassment, public shame, if she is being ditched by the Hollywood A-listers because she doesn't have enough money in her pocket. This is the biggest embarrassment. Whatever I say, whatever you say, your comment, our comment, it doesn't matter for Meghan. She can always counter that. She can always say, oh, these YouTubers, this, social media, they are bad people. But what she cannot afford is that the A-listers, they are ditching these duplicitous duos, and that is not something acceptable to Meghan Markle. And this is why we see Tyler Perry is always showing up, Gayle King, and supporting her. Oprah, now she disappeared, thank God. But in the future, Meghan Markle will do more in order to monetize this title and make more money, even if that means blackmailing blatantly the king, the whole British monarchy. If it means hurting them, if it means accusing them again and again being racist, she will do this for money without any hesitation. Thank you guys for tuning in. New here, consider to subscribe.